Hello and welcome back. And of course, once again, that was Rise by Husky by the Geek with Studio Nicktendo on vocals. Great song, really hype. Gets me into the Final Fantasy mood. Last time we went and what are those things called? We killed our second whatever those giant sin eaters are called, you know, the big the really big boss ones. Whatever they're called. We killed our second one, we freed the fairylands from their light, and we ticked off that one city. That city who's like made a truce with the Sin Eaters of some kind. And our little pixie friend became the new King Titania, King of the Fairies. So that's neat. And now we are returning to the Crystarium. Gonna be speaking with Alice here. And Thancred wished to have a word with the hero of the hour. Well, I think he already had a word, but next up is speaking with Alice. So let's get into it here. As soon as... There you go. There you go. Alright, here we are. Once again. We've also... There's another quest in the line of healer role quests. And of course we've still got our tank and DPS quests out there. But for now, we will go speak with Alice. We will continue this main quest here. Hello everyone.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
Yes. Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
That's good. Excuse me? What do you think you're doing here?
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Excuse you?
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page.
Yep.
Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Yep. But I guess that's what Ascians are like.
We have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations.
Uh-huh.
As for my true identity, I am Emmett Selk, Ascian.
Mm-hmm.
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrel. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
Looks rather cloudy today, Emmett Selk.
Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Oh, good. That was our goal.
Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink.
Yep.
And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthry's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all.
So you're the reason why Vothry has control over the Sin Eaters.
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters!
Yep.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone.
Yeah, you better think
Look,
better of that.
It did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthry and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrel did. And we all know how well that ended for him.
True, true.
And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach.
Oh, really?
Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens.
Light Wardens,
If you
that's what
desire
they're called.
it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
X to doubt. X to doubt.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground?
What common ground? You want to cause calamities?
For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content.
I don't know. How about you take a look at La Brea and tell me how immortal you are?
But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible.
They are, because my goal is to protect all the lives.
So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
No, because you want to murder millions, and I don't want those millions to be murdered. So I think that's pretty clear. We're not going to be cooperating.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
Uh-huh.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions.
Yeah. Remember that Ascian Slayer? Yeah, so your immortality it's in question now.
Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
If I kill you, you will be dead. For reals. No coming back from that.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Uh-huh. Easy, man. Hey, OJ. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder. But first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Genossia. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Very well. I'm sent off to my room once again. A trivium. Hello, Manager of Suites. Welcome back, miss. We've been expecting you. You will find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Yeah, I guess. Very good, miss. I bid you a pleasant evening. What was that thing I just got? I wonder. Was it that little tray of sandwiches? Is that what I got for my reward? I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. He'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed.
Yeah. He also dragged me here against my will, along with all my friends.
People's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around.
And also, he's rather incompetent.
A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly.
True.
That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
You're putting me off my dinner. Could you just like shush? That's so mean. Not everything. Seto's still alive.
You mean Seto? Well, that's... I suppose you're right.
I suppose you're right.
He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto? Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Laying in bed, fully armored. Helmet and all. Oh, I should have removed my helmet for all these cutscenes. I'll remove my helmet after this cutscene. Real politique. Hello, Manager Sweets. Manager Sweets is in a cheerful mood. Oh, is he now? And I'll get a headgear. A blue spirit headgear. Good evening to you, miss. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocula. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Bow, 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 bow. What's this plus quest out here? What's this all about then? A pixie? What are you doing, Pixie? Manic Pixie Dream Realm. The pink pixie appears to be spying on some children. What are you doing? I'll find out later. I don't know what that unlocks. Must be a quest chain that unlocks the thing. Well. Let's go to the Docile Gate. Hello, Gatekeep. I would like to head on in. Yes, please.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Of course.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
But we've got visits with the
Lest
Exarch
you
right now.
forget I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe.
Uh-huh.
Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
And rude.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
No, I think I would prefer another round of fisticuffs. I'd like to wipe that smirk off your face.
Did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was.
You didn't
Though
try.
I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy.
Mm-hmm. All these Dutch angles.
For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
Not one jot. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't. Yeah. I'll make him non-existent. That's what I'll do.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
I mean, look. I have a white ether crystal. So, you know, if he really wants to go, then I'm gonna make him not immortal anymore.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
Yeah, and that's pretty sad for your forces.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed.
So
and their
3
precise
more.
whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Yeah, true.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
Yep.
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
See. Legend of Zelda minis, huh? Increasing your army of minis. News of your arrival, but she is disinclined to... Yeah. Gee, I wonder why she's disinclined to speak with you, Exarch. It's almost like you ripped her soul from her body and sent it across time and space.
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
Why would she be mad at you for doing that, huh?
It would be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
Pongo's Iron Knuckles and Gerudo. I see.
What's that?
Well, that's clearly a instant teleport item.
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
Or a missive, sure. Gomo is sold out, sadly. Oh.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
Trying to think. I assume they didn't have the creature inside Jabu Jabu either. I mean, you've got it the Dongo. They're out of Goma, but what is that thing's name? It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't recall.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged.
Do have a giant Bongo Bongo. How does... I guess it would have to be 3 separate minis then. With the 2 hands being attached by a clear plastic thing. Baronade. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's Baronade. I mean, I wouldn't blame them for not making a Baronade. Yeah, 3 separate pieces. Because, it's... I wouldn't say Baronade is one of the minis that I would be looking to get. Stat block for Bongo Bongo too, That is interesting because... At least in the game, Bongo Bongo, you have to shoot both of the eyes on his hands, and then in order to stun him, and then attack his head. And a staff lock for his hands. Okay. So I assume you would have to attack his hands in order to stun his body so that you could actually attack his body? In a D&D setting?
Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Indeed. Nodders. You have a legendary action to revive the hands. So what is this? Sandwich basket. A picnic's worth of scrumptious sandwiches, aesthetically arranged. Cannot be retrieved once used. Can be used up to 10 times, though. The meal benefits skill speed bonus plus 4%. Vitality bonus plus 5%. Gear durability bonus plus 3. Experience bonus plus 3%. Duration 30 minutes. Cool. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hole there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion.
A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job, that we might secure this relic.
I'm doing it for Y'shtola, not for you, Exarch. Okay. Just making that clear. The Fort Job. And oh yes, we'll swap over to Reaper to complete this quest, get some more experience there.
Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick.
Got one map ahead of me? Yeah. Yeah, I believe you were in the forest, or you had just finished the forest, I think you said. I've still got a lot of ether currents in Amarang and Kalusia to gather. And then of course there's the forest, and then another area. The mighty warrior of darkness, greatest of all railway repairman assistant.
Beranger appears lost in thought. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet, where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here.
Bow, bow, bow. What is it? There's something on that. Oh, right, gemstone trader. I can just unlock them real quick. Welcome, traveler. Yep. You sure are a gemstone trader. Hey, I sure would like to repair my gear, just to be sure that everything is tip-top shape. Okay. And let's see. We've got a headgear that's item level 403. Okay then. Question is, for whom do I make it? Let's see. Our Sage is ahead of our Reaper, and definitely ahead of the Dark Knight. Oh, I'll use it for my Reaper, I guess. Brucebeard Helm of Maiming. Wow, that looks real meh. But stats are good. Alright, here. Armory chest. Let's see. I could actually sell that hunting hat. Glamour. Where is it? Oh, searching through all of my outfits for the one that, is it 20? Yeah, it's 20, okay. Oh. Update. Good. And while I'm just running around talking, I can just remove the little helmet. Surveying the area. Hello, Thancred. Sure. Hello, Rionje. What is down here? The chapel. Church of the First Light. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek.
It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse.
Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the whole from the ravages of time. Yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence to the dark. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed. who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labour to learn all she may of the Blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Search your surroundings for the tablet. You may move the cameras. Oh boy. Another one of these, huh?
Hello, Thancred. Oh. Can anyone tell me what this infernal tablet even looks like?
Were the table a fragment of Holy Scripture, 'twould most assuredly rest here on this altar. Yet this would, I presume, also have been where the Blessed placed the font of seeing used in the practice of their faith. Whither, then, would they have set the tablet?
I mean, it's right there, but first...
I can barely see my hand in front of my face. If only that torch were a little closer.
Oh, Minfilia. Time Worn tablet. You have located the Time Worn tablet. It's right there, Yurianji.
Within the altar, thou sayest?
Indeed.
Tis within. Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed, if I am not mistaken. They are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods.
Some legs. Some item level 403 legs.
Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the Blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya, lest we offend them. I bid you speak not her true name in the blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the great wood's border.
Bow, bow, bow. Let's see. Right there, that adjoining area.
Very well then.
Actually, there's something you. And we fly. Man, I love flying. Hello, let me in. Let me in, Mercant.
Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course, right this way.
Yeah, you better let me through.
No matter how far he goes,
Oh man, that song.
man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Nicktendo Greatwood, which has a great song.
We have arrived.
Oh.
Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Oh my goodness, would you leave us alone for like 5 minutes?
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
Primitive peoples. Ugh, I hate every fiber of your being.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together?
Not together, no.
Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
I'd rather not see you at all.
Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
Well, maybe you should actually show, or make a show of good faith, instead of just...
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
You know, maybe actually make a show of good faith, and not just say, oh yeah, I'm totally on your side, guys. I'm on your side now. Like, no, we're not gonna believe you. No one would.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
Uh-huh, yeah, so how is it that you're on our side then? How are we supposed to believe you?
By the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly.
Uh-huh.
To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
Oh, sure.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
So, that's the hunting hat that I need to show.
'Tis plain our Hassian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Whereas otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the Blesseds come. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps, to Fort Gone. For Fort Gone, indeed. Look at this. Even without a helmet, this looks great. Yeah, of course, with the scythe pulled out. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba. I think I'll go helmet off for a little bit. Oh, do you really want to go, huh? Meet my stand. And meet him again. Sure. Ha. Man, this bridge really needs some repairs. Of course, so does this whole place. Fort Gone. Surveying. Surveying. Let's definitely set fire to.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction.
Yeah.
Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
Excuse me? Hands up.
These Sin-Eaters, they're not like the others.
What? What? We look nothing like Sin-Eaters! We don't even have such pale, brilliantly white skin!
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
There's a reason for that.
They could speak.
Cause we're not Sin-Eaters!
They mean to kill us all!
We're people! What? Yeah. Kupo? Kupo? Blink, blink.
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
Yeah, you're totally on our side. Definitely.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Hey, Stola, right?
Enough. Runar, report.
Master Matoya!
Sup, you Stola? Got a new fit, huh?
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
They are not.
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
Y'shtola, you know my
It's
ether.
passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not?
Yeah.
Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether.
Perhaps.
Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Yeah.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
The one that you should know,
There is
Y'shtola.
but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
No.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us.
Whom I won't name because,
Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
Yep, it's true.
It cannot be.
It's been too long, clearly. You truly thought me a Sin Eater? It's been too long, clearly. You forgot the look of my ether.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
I should hope so. Rather than this. Now I understand why they thought that we were Sin Eaters, because you told them that we were. Otherwise, no one would mistake us for Sin Eaters. We are very clearly people. Hang on. Y'shtola, you just get to stand there and wait while I go grab this ether current. Since you pointed like a dozen bows at me. Ha. Ba, 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 da, da, ba, 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 da. Such good music in this area. 500 to the northeast. Stop focusing on... He's way over there. I've got Ishtola right next to me. And center screen. Let me talk to her.
You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort gone, yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough.
Indeed. Out of here. Gather me to this settlement. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Back off. You dumb tree. Slitherbow.
There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this forest it has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed.
Indeed. Still another 280 north, huh? So not in this settlement. I thought we would be going like actually into a cave, and you know they stay in a cave because, you know, avoiding the light. But nope, it's just like a grove. Yep, we've got Amaro. Register me on your list. Attuned to the Aetheryte. So that I might return on a win. Hello, Y'shtola.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
That's good. Interesting greeting.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are simple people.
No. It's fine.
Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Very well.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika.
Yeah?
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
Yeah. Don't like that, Exarch.
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Good.
Well, go on then.
Go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya, or rather could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded.
You think that's gonna stop me?
Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
Mayhap.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me.
Yeah. The Exarch.
Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, Thancred.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Quest complete. Well, we get some leg armor. Boop. Well, no room in that one either, huh? Sort this out. That's quite the jump in level. Alright, we've got level 15 pants and we've got level 47 pants. Whew. Let's see, Guardian's Breaches of Striking. I don't think I'm using those at all, so remove those. Equip these. Karakter.
Oh yeah, they look pretty nice, must say. The blue doesn't really go with this outfit specifically. Update gear set, remove helmet. Good. Stu is staring off into the distance, lost in thought. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alice and Alfino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed, Ishtola. Change is part of life. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I'll have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Hello, Runar. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? Well, from the Crystarium? I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raksika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course! Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. This is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the Dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to, so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the Dark? In a word, yes. But fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Okay. Where did you go, sir?
Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. Use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel just for a moment? That I might rid you of the light's impurity?
Sure. Kneel. That's what I will. Just swap this to pot here real quick. E. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. What's in this water, Runar?
And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has the water been treated in some way?
Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before.
I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange.
The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right! You are Sin-Eaters! I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tula. In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe.
Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone.
You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alintula, and they will know you as friend of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways.
Did Urian J not know this greeting? He could have told it to us if he knew. And then we wouldn't have had that whole kerfuffle. With the chat mode in Say, enter Aluntula to greet the villagers of Slitherbow. Guess I'll switch it to Shay. Hello, Placid Elder. Alintula. 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 Oh, I'm missing an N. Or sorry, an L. I'm missing an O. Oh, Tuta, not tu. Gosh dang. Alintula.
Does it have to be all lowercase? I guess so. Just walking up to someone. Alintula. Alintula. Alintula? Alintuta. Alintuta. The elderly woman smiles warmly. For the next person. Hello, Vondia. Alin. Tuta.
Ah, a newly come traveler. Alan's Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods.
I see. That man's is playing hopscotch without any squares laid out. How, what? Sure seems strange. Husky. All in. Tuta. All in to see. Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not. Our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. This way. Back to Minfilia.
Hello. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn, but the Knights blessed, or about the Knights blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community.
Indeed. Ah, you have returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there's anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Smile, nods. Nodders. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. Oh, I have food. I've got some sandwiches that I can eat. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, of course. I'd rather not. Oh, it would be my pleasure. It's what I tend to do. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. Take a jug You see the size of those jugs, bro? I mean, luckily I'm the Warrior of Darkness and I'm very strong and could definitely carry it, but like, ain't no way Mephilia's carrying that. Ain't no way any normal person's carrying that. May I help too? I'm not sure how. Of course. One of you can do the filling, and the other the watering. Speak with Isabel when you are finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Many thanks.
Right then. I'll fill you water. Or I'll fill you water. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out.
Uh-huh. You will have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Minfilia and try again.
I got this. I got this. Yeah, no problem. Still got 33 seconds.
Water. You have watered half of the plot. Fetch another jug and of water to take care of the rest.
That's probably an ether current quest over there. Gonna want to do that. Was there enough water for the plot?
For half of it, yeah.
Only half? I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you.
Only 30? What? Why did she fill it less this time? What's with that? The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered. I don't see how. Hello, Isabel. As you can see, I have watered the plot.
Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something?
Did you not notice me watering the plot? Just wanted to inform you.
You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history, but there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything, their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood, when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found new faith. A belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls onto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive.
To go from this somber music and then just trumpets. Hello, Runar. More work to be done, oh boy. We haven't done enough, huh? Done tending the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods. The Sin Eaters. I fear they may have the torch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherborough. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Tadia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung so it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral, as an offering to the heavens, but now... What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the Light's corruption does not touch me like it does others.
Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed.
I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need, and I can help. Please, let me do this.
Very well. But if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service.
I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do?
Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thancred doesn't need to know. Don't worry, I'll come with you.
Thank you. With you on my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all.
Why were you so taken aback? I'm the Warrior of Darkness. I've killed Light Wardens. Plural. A few Sin Eaters are nothing to me, and I would gladly go and slay them.
Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both.
Look at me. I'm a Reaper.
Wow.
Also, Vathan, what have you? Yeah, Ether Current.
You're that guest Master Matoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I've searched high and low, but I can't find my friend Karnas anywhere. I fear he's run off to Fort Gurn again. It's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the Sin Eaters attacked. The place is teeming with all manner of beasts now, and Master Matoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. If you should find him first, you'll want to tell him our password. Tuktu. He's the skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him so he'll know you mean no harm.
Tuktu.
Tuktu.
Orion, we ride. We ride forth as one of the horsemen.
Lahi! Woo!
Oh yeah. This is a great song.
Lahi!
Yo. And then that flute comes in. Ooh. What have Infiria? Surveying. Surveying. What have we?
There, the Sin Eaters.
Ah, it's one of them. Two of them. We can kill them. Couple what, archangels? I was hoping there would be only one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Then we'll deal with them. Then let's do it then. Let's deal with them. I got a scythe. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? There are only two. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. Okay. Fine. They don't stand a chance. Oh, and I should do this. Yeah. Death's design. Alright. Where'd you go, Minfilia? Dude, what's that? Oh, I know what that is. Of course. That's their, Reaper Dash. Oh, there it is. I think. Yeah, it's their, like, little return portal. Now I remember that. Oh. Hello, Karnas. What are you doing? Fake join. So stay away, I beg of you! You're from Slitherbow? Valthan must have sent you then. I was fine until that beetle. It's only a scratch, but I'm starting to feel numb and my vision's grown clouded. Worst of all, I dropped my only vial of serum somewhere in these woods. Could you find it for me? Yes. Also... No, what? This thing right in front of me. This pink flamingo, not the helm beetle that's way over there. Come on now. Come on, kill it. There we go. Next one. Get hurt. Kill it. Poison urn fragment. Okay, I guess I'll turn it in. Hey, missionary. Got a couple of urn fragments. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this on my own. Uh-oh. Only got less than 6 minutes left. Oh no! Why did that second one have to spawn in right then?
health. Why is there a beetle here, man? Right next to this dude. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. Yeah, there ain't no way that in less than 5 minutes I'm gonna get as many urn fragments as are needed. Ain't no way. You, come here. Like way over here. All alone. Preferably. Oh, and there's poison urn fragments just lying around? I should pick those up. Okay. Interacting. Maybe there's a chance. However slip. Go back here. Some in. 11. Ooh! Maybe there is a chance, yeah. Probably only need 4 more. Or perhaps only 2 more. We shall find out. Together. Okay, that's 2. You, sir. Ooh. Nice. Did it. So now I just have to wait for the end, I guess. No, stop talking to him. Focus on this idiot. Yeah, 18 is enough. That's good. Kill beetle. Kill the beetle. Also, what was this one? Increases damage dealt by self and nearby party members by 3%. Okay. That's a damage buff. Oh, 3, 2, 1. I just wanted to. Oh well. I want to turn one more. Oh well. Hey, we completed it. We got a bunch of experience and stuff. Now we gotta find Minfilia. Hey, Johnson. There you are. It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time. I promise. Minfilia. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we had to find that heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. Wide area to search. Pile of leaves. No trace. Ah. Another pile of leaves. No trace. Whoops. Where else can I search? Oh. Yes, there's the gem. Acorns. Minfilia. I found it. You can stop searching in this one spot. Did you have any luck? Yeah. It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a woman of many talents, and I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm even half the hero, or if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. Indeed. Also, apparently there's another location I must search. Lahi. Discarded bottle. I gotta run all the way back down there. Man. Got some great music to listen to on our way, though. Hey, Connus. There you are. Did you find it? Yes. Thank you. I should be fine now, after a bit of rest. What were you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. I had to, Varthwan. For my father. And goodbye. Thank you for the ether current. I'm out. Okay, we got 1 and 1. Still need 3 more from exploring and 4 more from quests. Runar. Thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear the worst. Here you go. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Right. And we're gonna get some gloves. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tardia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare. But please, go and inform the others it will be held in the Dusker, or in the Darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Genasi and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters, and... As long as she accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Genosia has business with us. Is something the matter? Not the matter, just, They've asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the Darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Very good. Then I shall head there and on. Placid Elder. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Ah. Oh. Thank you for following, Doperexa. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy my streams. Placing candle. And here we wait for the service.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Of course. Why are you asking me? You're practically a member of the Blessed. I'm still kind of an outsider. Also, that's a huge jade. I don't see anyone else with that big of a gem on their necklace.
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Makes sense. And of course, each of the stones a star.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
Warrior of darkness? I mean, I know I'm a Reaper class, but not exactly the Grim Reaper. I don't actually ferry souls.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I'm sure. I should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing.
Yeah, and that's what I plan on doing.
Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
That's what we plan to do. Fret not.
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact.
You know something, Minfilia?
Urionje and I
Not
finished
Minfilia,
deciphering the
Y'shtola?
tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Very well. We shall be there anon. That's real quick. I'm gonna grab a snack. Alright. Let's get back to it. With snacks. Hello, Y'shtola. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Good. I'd love for us to continue with our next course of action. Glove. Blue Spirit Gauntlets of Maiming. Shall equip those. They look neat, but they don't quite go with this outfit. So I need to find some better boots to go with it. Not those. But something that, you know, would be black high boots, but not quite these. I don't know. Maybe if it weren't for this like weird flap in the front, I would like them more. But you know, about maybe knee high boots with some straps. I think that would look cool. Date, helmet, Y'shtola.
Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light.
Erosi Collection is the fashion site. I see.
Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkin Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations, with each passing day they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmaiha?
Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage.
The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect, which come into use after the fall of the Empire. I'm confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cydia. Quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me.
Oh, welcome to Shadow Cult, yes. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible.
All right, I'll stay here until you return.
But she's a rogue! She can hide in the shadows, whereas we cannot. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe.
Big bow from Orianjay.
Then let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges.
Bow, bow, bow. Alright. Off we go. Atop Arian. Our six-legged Pegasus. Oh, sadly, cannot fly here. Yet. Lahi!
The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and silent. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen.
Giant red chocobo. 3 to 4 Lalafell on this 2-person route. Giant red chocobo. Can't even see over its head. Oh boy. I still remember the internet going crazy about this song when Shadowbringers first released. Oh my goodness. Child of the everlasting dark, get lost. As I reap your soul from your body. It's okay, Blessed Watchman. You're safe. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then? My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients with poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I can imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit. But once they're knocked out, take the bees and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Really? Flamingo? Get out of here. Oh, right, it's inside this building. There we go. Outpost supplies. Ah, the bees. Smoke bombs. Poof. Oh no! That was supposed to subdue them, not make them angry. Not sure how I killed the bees with a scythe, but sure. Shittiest swamps. Hello, beehive. Smoke bomb. We are the winds of death and destruction. Burlap sack. And now I've got 2 bags of bees. Hey, Yushtola. The guard returned to Slitherbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? Bees! This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry, before the bees begin to stir. Level 75, woo! Lovely. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nests. Yeah, meanwhile you're over there at 85. You're ridiculous. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. Though to be fair, I would be a higher level if I weren't leveling so many classes. I mean, look at this level 85 or 75. Here we'll level 75 Reaper. Got level 60 Samurai, 58 Summoner / Scholar, 75 Sage, 65 Gunbreaker, 72 Dark Knight, 53 Machinist, 51 Red Mage, 50 Dragoon, 55 Ninja, 55 Monk. I've got much more versatility. Ah, so there's 2 halves to this place, I see. Currently still on the western half. Look at it, beautiful river. Love it.
Come on. I wonder if I could... Nope. Ugh. Come on, there we go. Figured it must be possible. I think, yeah, level 75 is the ending level for this quest chain. At least what you're supposed to be at the end of this quest chain. There we go. Run. Pistola.
Up there's the airway. Do you see it?
Uh-huh.
A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors?
Sure thing, Thancred.
That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss! They're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! Sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about, bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready.
I do love that line, though.
Bees! By the abyss! They're everywhere!
It's great.
La hey. Hello. Sure.
Okay. Alright, guys. No need for that. It's just ridiculous. Uh-oh. Okay, why am I taking so much damage? Ah! Oh, come on. I told you the second win, dang it. Deadly bee weapon, yes. That was ridiculous. How dare they have 3 people at the entrance there and expect you to not take them on all at once. Really? It's so hard to get sent back to the source. Maybe I'll switch to my sage. At least my sage is able to stay alive. Even though their current fit is not very, Warrior of Darkness-y. Hello. Lahi. What's up with this entrance, huh? There's 3 of them. You're clearly supposed to fight all 3. Here's what we will do. We will Cardia. You. Strange. Ah, there we go. Whoop. Whoop. And you're next. You can't hurt a sage. Not in any meaningful way, at least. Doomsayers. Alright, now we'll go ahead and swap back to Reaper. You. Okay, buddy.
dude. Die. Hey, you Stola. How did you get past that guy without killing him?
The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber of prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in.
Perhaps it is.
Yes, this is it. I'll be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they're old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. They're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can.
Very well. Mural. Mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne attended by their subjects. Mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. I think those are the warriors of the first that fought the darkness and ended up creating a flood of light. Mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature's shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory.
These paintings, they seem familiar.
Hey.
Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
And you.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
I don't know.
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
So even you can't see him, huh? I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Genosia, do the murals appear to be of any significance? Well, depictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Runcan Empire, and immediately before the flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Who knows? Well, shoot. Can't defy glamour here. Let us hurry to Slitherburg. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. Bow, 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 bow. Very well then. Back to Slitherburg. Any shops, though? Doesn't look like it. Well, at least I can glam it. Alright, Runar. Let's see. Genosia, the god told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how much I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by this fire? The stew will soon be ready. Also, Valen. Say, aren't you Genosia? Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you've more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help. And there's no one else I can turn to. It's my friend, Quinford. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now he's in training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed. Frighteningly so. The others think him no stranger than usual, but they're wrong. And I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do. Which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him, to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope there's a way to cure it. But also, I don't know him. Oh boy, this guy. I don't know him, so how am I to discern whether or not he's stranger than usual? Couldn't fault. You'll fit right in as a Reaper.
As foretold by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I've been expecting you, Genosia. Shh. No one else must hear of this, not yet. My dreams are plagued with visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me as a savior in the form of a great serpent. It was revered as a god in the days of the Runken Empire, and I believe it yet lives in the Great Wood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many would call it the Protector, some of the Great Destroyer. The will of the wood demands I find this great serpent. It is our only hope of salvation. I have been chosen, Genosia, to be the savior of Slitherbow.
So this is where you two have been hiding? Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think? I believe his mind is beyond saving. I refuse to believe that.
There has to be something we can do to help him. Have you not sought counsel with the priests? They are your mentors, after all. There's no need to keep your troubles from them.
Valan, please. We are in the midst of a most important discussion.
When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this.
Such narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the wood, by the great serpent.
Yes, Quinfort, whatever you say.
You've mocked me for the last time, Valan. I will summon the great serpent this very day and prove to you the truth of my visions.
Quinfort, wait! Where are you going? To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to his senses, but he's my friend, and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself.
Yeah. I'll help. But also, sitting by the fire. Or not sitting, but standing by the fire, I guess. And now sitting. Not on the log, but in front of the log. I know there are sitting animations. You could have had me sit on the log.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Okay, but also if the patrol is not back yet, that's a bad sign. Something has probably happened to them.
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
Huh?
The blessing may spare her the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. She is not as she was in the Source. Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that she has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help! The Ilmorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Really? The Ilmarans?
But also this probably... Meanwhile, in Yulmar, this probably explains why that Ascian wants us to kill the Light Wardens now. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Oh yes, the Exarch was going for an audience.
Lord Vorthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And
It's
you're
not like
as
ever-
disingenuous.
Not like he ever moves.
Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness, they have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy.
Yeah.
And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night.
Yeah.
For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility.
Is it though?
Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation.
Is it though?
With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve.
Says a man who gorges himself constantly.
They would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
You sure are full of yourself.
Grace the 8th Umbral Era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin-Eaters.
You poor, deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making? Or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vorthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
What is this? Wait, hold up. What? What is the second face? Sir?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated!
Uh-huh. He's a constant apostle from Elden Ring. Of course.
The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command.
Uh-huh.
And you are no exception! What? How did he... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
Bro, you can't stand at all. Shut up.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
Hello, you morons.
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands.
Really?
By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Excuse you?
Is that so?
Is that so? Yeah.
And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness.
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
Right.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith.
Recognize ours as the only permission.
You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed shadow at bay.
Really?
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, but you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
Right.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
All right. Wait by the fire? Check. What's up, Ariange?
The god hath been afflicted with a most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure.
There's a somber expression.
How fareth the young guard?
The poison spread throughout his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught we can do but try to ease his pain.
Do not blame yourselves, my friends. All that can be done has been done. Even had we reached him sooner, it would have made little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task.
What of the rest of the blessed? How have they taken the news of Ilmore's generous proposition?
With anger and dismay. We cannot hope to oppose both them and the children. I considered a convocation of all the knights blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer.
Master Matoya, I am truly sorry. We will not, cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee.
Flee? I am not wont to run from my troubles. In fact, with Genosia's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Ulmoran's presence here plainly stems from the desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Raktika, they would have no cause to remain.
All of which is rather easier said than done. Unless, of course, you finally deciphered that tablet?
I have, as a matter of fact. And with it, we can prepare everything we need to enter Ixmaha. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done.
So your signature spell is a random teleport.
We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us.
Well, we are villains, are we not? We slay the Light Warden. Snotters.
Good. I leave the blessed in your capable hands, Runa.
Very well. I see there is no changing your mind. By all that is dark, I swear to keep the blessed safe.
According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You have some experience with subaquatic excursions, do you not?
Yeah, I can breathe underwater.
Then this should prove a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake Tusimekta.
Well, you see to that, Minfilia, and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbow's defenses.
Your aid would be greatly appreciated.
Bow, 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 bow.
We'll head out.
So Yulmore thinks they can take the forest, do they? They already failed to take the Fairylands. What makes them think they have even a sliver of a chance?
Over there, I think I see him. No, how? That was around the corner. Around the corner. Ain't no way you saw him from there, you liar. Valan. No, stop.
Target the man right in front of you.
Enough, Quinfort. Even you should recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods. You really have gone mad, haven't you?
Mock me all you like, villain, but now you will bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend.
No, it can't be. That's the Great Serpent? I see nothing great about that. What is that, exactly? I refuse to believe that it's a serpent. Please tell me you're joking. Do not be jealous, Valan. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance. Sir. Thanks for the ether current. I will see you never. Wait, what's this? Why is it a plus quest? What do you unlock, sir? As far as ether currents go, there's only 3 more quests and 2 more not quests. There you are, Stola. Yistola. There you are, ready for a swim. The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism rooted in the symbolism of Ronkin culture. The Ronkins sought to live in harmony with nature and considered certain animals to be sacred. Foremost in their pantheon was the snake, portrayed as the protector of the wood and arbiter of life and death. Below it were 4 others, each equal in rank: the curl, the colibri, the opo-opo, and the wolf. Characterized as the bringers of liberty, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due deference to 3 of these beasts by placing one's palm on monuments wrought in their image, and that this must be done in a specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, the order can be discerned from the 3 commandments which follow. Give praise unto the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the opo-opo, rival thy kin. As all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. Be as the wolf, move as one. Peace comes to all who seek harmony with their kin. Tablet says naught of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments, alas. Hopefully all will become clear when you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely. Snake, opo-opo, wolf. What? Splish. Splish. Wachoo. Okay, apparently it's somehow further down. Aha! Serpent statue. You find a statue of a snake. Yes. Sense something stir elsewhere in the lake. Not the curl. Opo-opo! Yes. Elsewhere amongst the lake. Now for the wolf statue. Hello. Oh.
Aha. The wolf. Yes, place my palm on it. Once more you sense something stir elsewhere in the lake. Perhaps the chamber containing the seal is open. Perhaps it is. Still wonder about these things. What is their purpose? What do they do? We are. Door opens to reveal a pedestal upon which rests a medallion. You take it and secure it inside your clothing. Dude, what is going on with my stream right now? Dropping so many frames. It's ridiculous. Well, I think this is where we will end it off for today. If you can even understand me with all these dropped frames. Ugh. We did quite a bit. But dropping so many frames right now, and it's been about 3.5 hours anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here for today. At least for Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully, these frames and stuff will be fixed before my Armored Core stream later today. I'll see you next mission. Bye-bye.